Let's rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call this meeting to order. This is the regular meeting of the February 2nd, 2026 meeting of the Public Safety Commission. Okay, and we'll start off with 180 Mid-Ocean. Is anybody here for 180 Mid-Ocean? Okay. All right.
Sorry about the email.
We're calling Mid-Ocean, which is going to be on your, and now we're looking for Blake McHoyd. Nope. All right. Abraham Miller. Okay.
Good morning. My name is Anthony Joseph Miller. My residence at 6 Huckleberry Lane, Hampton Bays, New York.
Please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge and kind of perjury.
I do.
Please address the board.
Good morning. I do not know if you have seen the letter that I wrote to the board, so I would like to read it and state my case.
All right.
This was originally addressed to Ms. Godlewski. Dear Ms. Godlewski, I received a second false fire alarm invoice for $400, FA 250424, for a minor incident that occurred on July 7th, 2025. I didn't see it until recently. I was out of town until August 31st. The postmark on the envelope was August 23rd. I request that this bill be canceled. I'm a priest, and the incident occurred, cited happened while I was praying Vespers and burned a grain of incense, Orthodox style, the size of a pea. In keeping with the scriptures, let my prayer rise like incense before ye. Ordinarily, I closed the door to the room. The day was warm, and I opened the window but left the door open. The ceiling fan was operating. I do not have air conditioning. The alarm went off. I took measures to clear the air around the detector, and the alarm was silenced. ADT called me, and I gave my explanation. They said they would notify the fire department to cancel the alarm. By the time I hung up, the fire chief had arrived with lights flashing. When I explained what happened, I was informed that calls go directly to the fire station and cannot be canceled. While I commend the fire chief for his promptness, the response was totally unnecessary. He did not enter my residence to investigate the situation, and my encounter with him lasted less than a minute. I did not need or want the fire department to respond. I will contact ADT customer service and see if I can briefly suspend my alarm service during my evening prayer time to avoid future false alarms. In consideration of the circumstances, I kindly ask this bill be canceled. Since moving to Hampton Bays in 2022, I have financially supported the appeals of the Volunteer Fire Department, the Volunteer Ambulance Corps, and Southampton PBA. I ask this be considered when making your decision. I have followed up with ADT, and they told me that I was able to put my alarm in test mode for a certain amount of time, which I have been doing since October. And there have been false alarms since. So I feel that I have taken adequate measures to remedy the situation. And so I ask that this fine be absolved and relieved.
Okay, Father. This is an easygoing group here. We understand.
Thank you.
Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and just let you know that the ADT has no choice. They have to dispatch the fire department. There is no choice. It's the law. Okay? So it's not like they did anything wrong or anything. That's just procedure. I'll make the motion that we forgive the fine and we bring everything back to zero, the counters for police and for fire department, to give you a fresh start, Father.
Thank you.
All right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, second. And that'll do it. You got it. Thank you.
Need a vote on the record, too.
We need a vote. I'm sorry?
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Petco. Anybody here from Petco? Is that a Zoom?
No one for it on Zoom.
Okay, I'll take that as a no. Gary Siegler? We have a Gary Siegler today. Donald Dietz? Okay.
Good morning. Please state your name and address for the record.
What are you doing with
Donald
this?
Dietz,
What are you
39
doing with
Sunset,
Singer?
39 Sunset, East Quogue.
What are you doing with this one?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with the knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
You can address the board.
We're gonna try and come back to it.
Call him later.
Morning, everyone. I'm here for a series of false alarms, fire alarms. My wife Linda and I have owned our property on 39 Sunset since 1981. In fact, we also at one point owned 37 Sunset. So we've been here for a while. When we bought the house, it was built in 1900. It had no systems or whatever. We did a gut renovation in 2004 and put an alarm system in at that time, along with heating and everything else. It was at the original house on the street, it was a Hampton's cottage, and now it's a fully functional place. Over the 20 years, from 2003-4, when we did it, if we had one or two false alarms, that would have been a lot, I think. ADT became our service provider in the last couple of years. They took over from Protection One, which had taken over from Brikoski Security, which was the original installer. Because they took over, we decided to put in an updated system, which ADT installed on March 1st of 2025. The false alarms we're talking about all occurred subsequent to that installation. So it was a brand-new system with cameras and sensors and updated, software in the house. Most of the alarms, some of them were they're all spontaneous as far as I'm concerned. Some of them occurred when nobody was in the house. For instance, the one on September 6th was at 2 in the morning, I got a call in Westchester County, nobody was at the house. Same on July 9th. So there was something wrong with the system. I fought with ADT, they came over many times during the months between March and the fall. And finally, after one day where there actually were 3 alarms within 3 hours, the fire department came once, then they just called me up and said, we're not sending anybody again, we know it's a false alarm. After the 3 alarms at one time, ADT finally acquiesced and said there must be something wrong. They sent senior technicians 2 times, tested the system, and on October 31st, replaced every sensor in the house and redid all the software. And since they finally came, it took me that long to get them to come and do this, we've had no false alarms. So there was something wrong with the system that they installed that was just spontaneously causing alarms for no reason, which is why I'm making the appeal. I noticed that my appeal states on here 3 alarms. I actually paid one $400 fine before I knew I could appeal. And I thought that was part of this, but apparently it's not on the thing. As the prior person who was here, I think I've done everything I can. I put in a new system, it wasn't working properly. I fought with ADT, they finally came. There have been no false alarms since, even over the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, when we were out here, when we were cooking and smoke and whatever, nothing went off. So it was an ADT problem, and that's really what I'm saying. I'm asking for the fines to be waived.
Did they give you a letter or anything saying?
I sent something in, I thought, I have,
They have a full work contract.
I don't have a specific letter, but I have
Yeah.
a work order dated October 31st saying that they were at the house
That's all we need.
and did the replacements. I thought I sent that in.
We have,
I can give you a copy.
Yeah, I have the whole,
Not, I can
Oh,
show you
yeah,
the
okay,
email.
I see it now, okay.
I mean, I'm not making it up, I just swore to tell the truth.
No, I see it now, I didn't open it up. Long letter.
that's funny.
yeah, we have the whole contract and then all the work that was done, so.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I went through that all myself.
all right, I think we should get the counter back to 0 and forgive these fines.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I guess the $400 is gone,
Once paid, gone.
all right.
Yeah, we can't do anything with
That's-
that. We can do with stuff that's not paid.
Fine,
That's all we can do,
I
sir.
appreciate it.
And the counter to zero is gonna, and your counter's going back to 0. Okay.
Yeah, let me start, okay, so it starts now, again.
There you go.
All right, appreciate it.
Talk
I do
that-
have a question.
Talk to ADT about that
What's that?
$400.
I'm going to appeal to ADT. You know, what's interesting is I found out that ADT has an entire department that handles nothing but claims for false alarms, an entire department. So that tells you something. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Gotta look through the rest of the paperwork.
All right, and who made that motion?
I did.
Okay, that's Walt. And second is Jason. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, very good. Let's move on to Southampton Peconic Realty. My goodness,
Yeah, look at this, all paid all at once.
yeah.
Just get
Just
constant.
spread out series of days.
Elmira Estates?
Good morning. Please state your name and relationship to the corporation.
Pierre-Claude Grabli, I'm the estate manager for Elmira Estate, LLC.
Okay, and can you raise your right hand?
Sure.
You swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury.
I do.
Please address the board.
So it's been last 6, 7 months. We have like so many false alarm, which I pay. It's like 6 or 7, and at this time I'm just asking to waive this one because this one was a glass break sensor, which I did replace all of them, and so far we're okay now. It's just because we have so many prior to this one. I'm just asking if you could waive this one again, because I don't know if the police come that night or not, because I haven't seen them. So I don't know if they went to the gate.
Didn't have
or-
the gate code.
And also the cell phone reception is so bad there, sometimes we don't get the call for like the switchboard or anything, so it's simple as that, nothing else.
According to the paperwork, the officers did respond, but they did not have the gate code to get in.
The police department has the gate code, the fire
Well,
department has the
it's
gate
got to
code.
get transmitted somehow
Yeah, but I
to
mean,
the officer,
you know,
otherwise you can't.
I
get
did
in.
an appeal because we got so many prior this one, that's all. Yeah. It's just like, it's kind of my responsibility, for the owner.
So, so the alarm company did do some latch work on the,
On the break, the glass breaks on, so
Yeah.
they all been replaced.
okay.
The next day, I called the company to have them replaced.
Okay.
Just sometimes it's so hard with no cell phone reception there, not to get the call.
Yeah, we have the work order that occurred post alarm, so. Yeah, this is done after that alarm, so it's been fixed. No alarm since then?
Knock on wood, so far so good.
It's sad that we have to rely on that.
It's just a brake sensor. They're like plastic pieces. It's very delicate,
Yeah.
They put them. Sometimes it could be also a bird, but sometimes
Crash
a
into the
bird
window,
hit the
yeah.
glass, but it's rare.
Yeah, they're
They were defective, so I replaced all of them.
Okay.
And it's just because we have so many prior to that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like like it's kind of my responsibility, to my boss to try to not to have so many tickets. And I had a lot, 25. I got like 6 or 7, I think, which I all pay. I pay them more.
Yeah, we see that.
It's just like this,
That's our next case.
All right, anybody,
Yeah, I'll make a motion to forgive the fine and reset. Actually, should we reset? Forget the fine.
I'll second.
okay, so that's Jason and Walter. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Very good.
Dismissed. Oh, thank you so much. I really
Well,
appreciate it.
your $400 fine is forgiven.
Okay.
And your counter for your police alarms
Okay.
is down to 0, sir.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right.
Have a great day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right. Buckley's in between? All right. Well, we're just striking out left and right, eh? John Cohen.
On Zoom.
$235 Rose Grove Road.
John on Zoom.
Oh, he is, John's here.
Okay.
247.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We can't see you.
Here, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Hi. Yeah, my family and I, we own the house at 247 and 231. I'm not disputing that the alarm didn't go, that I know the alarms went off twice. It was caused by my daughter, but she says that no one ever came because she was staying in the other house. I know if no one ever notified us because I was actually frantically looking for my daughter because I don't know if I want to go into long sort of details, but she had some health issues and she ran away to the Hamptons, and I was frantically looking for her in the city. And if someone would have notified me, I would have rushed out a lot sooner than I did. And she told me the police never showed up because she was staying at the house next door, and my caretaker was never notified of the alarm going off.
John, can I just interrupt you and swear you in?
Yeah, sorry about that. I apologize.
You swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with knowledge of penalties for perjury?
Yes, I do.
And everything that you just stated was the truth?
Yes, it was.
All right, please continue. Sorry about that.
Sorry, I apologize. No, I mean it's well, because I was frantically looking for her with the police in the New York City from Monday night through Tuesday, and I even called my caretaker looking for her. And if I would have known about the police break-ins, I would have known where she was a lot sooner than I did. And she said the police never came both times, so that's the only thing I'm disputing. I know it was her fault. But no one, she said she never heard the police because we have the two houses right next door to each other.
The police indicate in the report that I just read that they did not have the gate code to get in, so they were locked out.
Okay,
So without that, they're not going to be able to get into or around the house. They can't get close to it or whatever. And they're certainly not going to climb the fence.
okay,
So while she may not have seen them at the house, they did arrive.
okay, okay, that's not my only dispute. I know she set off the alarm, so.
Well, double check your location, because that's not what I'm reading. I'm reading, for one time they couldn't get in the first, there's a second report, there's two incidents report. The first one.
Reading that, yep.
Yeah.
Two different officers. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. One was, they were locked out. The first officer didn't have the code, and then the second one, later in the afternoon, did. But again, just an exterior check done. So, one, the officers were able to get to the house, and one, they weren't, on the same day. So I don't know why they didn't have the code for the second alarm.
Okay, anybody want to put a motion forward?
Yeah, I'm okay with resetting and forgive the fine.
Okay. Do I have a second on that?
I'll second it.
Okay. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. That'll pass. Mr. Cohen, your fines are forgiven,
Thank you.
and your counter, okay, for your police alarms are back to zero.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for zooming in today. Much appreciated.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Okay, so. Christine Clemens? I'm sorry?
That's administrative.
That's a Zoom. Do we have 235 Rose Grove on Zoom?
There's no one else on Zoom for right now.
Okay. And Richard Kane. Do we have Richard Kane? Okay.
So the last two, Christine and Richard, are administrative. They're not supposed to be.
Administrative only.
Okay. All right. What are you folks here for? Oh, okay, okay. Okay. We'll be there soon. All right. So, Christine Clemens, what do you guys want to do?
Second.
Let's say we just forgive the fine and
Yeah.
go to zero.
Yep,
Do I have a second on that?
I second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Tony, you with us?
Aye.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, so it's gonna be forgiven the fines, and we're gonna, take the police counter down to, 0. All right, now, on Richard Kane, what do you guys wanna do with this one?
He's supposed to appear.
No, he's administrative.
No? Little Cummings?
They have an administrative on the agenda.
Administration. We don't need much for this one. I'll go with the same, with the same motion, to forgive the fine
Yeah, I'll
and bring the
second.
counter to 0.
Second that.
All right, that's for Richard Kane. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. That carries, so. All right. And now that brings us to licensing.
Good to see you, guys.
Forgive the pronunciation, I'm sorry?
Your motion was adjourned and who's not forgiven from the ones that are not present?
What do you want to do with the ones that aren't?
I was gonna come back to that.
Oh,
All right, I was hoping to give them to the end of the,
no problem.
if they show up, and then, you know, because that's, a lot of them, this is already second time.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, hearing number 1 on the licensing. Forgive my pronunciation here. Barbara Shareth,
Shalarith.
all right. Versus Thomas James Design. We have anybody here? Okay.
So both the complainant and the contractor were both notified by certified mail of the date. Do
Okay.
you want to postpone?
No,
Okay,
this is not their first time.
okay.
Yeah, we postponed last time.
How many times is it? Second time?
This is the second time.
They were supposed to appear?
Yes.
I make a recommendation, we just
Dismiss.
don't hear it.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
So you want to dismiss the complaint?
Dismiss,
Dismiss the
yeah.
complaint, yeah. I mean, the second time, maybe, how many times would it wait?
Vote?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Can I ask who's second? I apologize.
Tony Walter.
I made the motion.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Genoa Sosa versus Belfour.
Jenna she did reach me. She said she was taking the train in. Both were notified. I also notified the attorney of record of the date, and neither have, the contractor did not request to have it postponed. She is supposed to be here. She may be on a train.
Okay, well, I'm gonna insist that both be here, you know, to do this, so, if she
Table.
comes here by the end of it, by the end of what we're doing here, we'll listen to it and, you know, take it from there, but other than that, we're gonna postpone this one, I think.
We postponed this on,
We postponed it last time, but, I mean, this is,
I just want to make sure you do that.
okay.
She's making an effort to get here, you said?
Yes. I did speak to her
You
I spoke
post-
to her last week. She wanted to know if the hopper continued running. I said I was unaware
And-
of what the schedule was for the hopper. She would have to reach out to Long Island Railroad.
Hmm.
But she had every intention of being out here. She has been in contact with me the entire time.
Okay.
You postponed it last time? Ed? Was it post- I wasn't here last time.
I know.
You postponed it last time. Did Belfort?
We had nobody in here whatsoever.
Okay, but did
Last time.
Belfort respond? He didn't respond this time.
So there's no activity from the Belfour side?
That would be correct.
Okay. All right.
I would
That's a
make a
fault judgment.
suggestion that if she comes, we could hear her, I understand that. But if they don't, if she doesn't come before the meeting's end, and Belfort doesn't answer us, next month or next meeting, if they don't show, we'll have to take action at that point.
We'll do something.
I'm just saying that if she shows, we could
Listen.
hear her, listen to what she has to say, but then next month, we're not, if Belfort doesn't go forward, right?
Yeah.
We need a vote if you want to do any
Well-
action, so.
So let's.
Ed said he's waiting to see if she
We're
shows
gonna,
up.
let's revisit this
You
at the
wanna do a
very
second
end.
call
see if
and
she
come
comes,
back to
yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do a second call,
Okay.
yeah. All right, now we have 2 minutes. Please.
Yeah. Okay. Edie Meza Jose versus J. Alberto Perez, Carpentry Services. Anybody for that? Sir, what are you here for?
Same situation, the next one.
Okay. All right. Gregory Lusso, and GB Construction. That's you folks?
That's right, yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, that's right, that's correct.
That's
Okay.
done, yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Who's
Did
he?
you wanna I'm sorry, did you want to postpone Eddie Meza Jose versus J. Alberto Perez, DBA JA Carpentry Services?
Give them one more shot.
Okay, so it's gonna be adjourned.
No, they want to do a second call.
Yeah, we'll do a second call at the end, just to give them the,
Well, our second call is getting pretty close.
yeah.
Okay, let's have Gregory Luthrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please state your name and address for the record.
Gregory Lethrow, Leuthreau, 19 Bellowspoon Road in Hampton Bays.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with the knowledge of penalties for perjury?
I do.
Please address the board.
Good morning. So my case is a classic example of a bait and switch situation. So I'm going to give you a few examples, but the bottom line is fairly plain and simple. The contractor does not want to return the deposit I paid for work he did not do. So he didn't start the work, nothing was done. And that's because I realized before we started the work that he grossly underpriced the project in his contract. So I'll give you 3 quick examples. The first one, he wanted to use his architect, so he baked the architect cost into the contract for $5,000. His architect shows up at my house, and his architect goes, well, it's going to be between $15,000 and $20,000, like 3 times at a minimum what was in the contract. Another example, he sent me sidings materials to choose from. Made the selection. We submitted that selection to the ARB, Architectural Review Board, with the town. The application is approved. He comes back, he goes, well, it's going to be more expensive because those sidings were not in the contract, even though he sent me those sidings to choose from. Last example. I have more, but just I took a sample. Last example, asbestos sidings removal. So I'm going to pass the fact that that was not baked into the contract. It's pretty obvious those are asbestos sidings, but let's just put that aside. We're about to send an amendment to the contract. He goes, listen, it's going to be a couple of thousands, if anything. I signed the amended contract. He comes back, he goes, well, it's going to be between $18,000 and $24,000. 2 days after I signed the amended contract. He even went as far as when he filed the permit with the town, he filed a permit for electrical and plumbing, even though I didn't hire him to do that. So under my application, he filed for a permit he was not hired to do. So that's just a few examples. I have a full list here. So I kept everything, the whole timeline of that situation. But like I said before, even if somebody would come and dismiss what I just said and downplay what I just said, at the end of the day, a payment was made and no work was done. No labor was provided, no materials were provided. So we did try to work this out, because obviously I said we're not going to do it, something like deposit, and we are going back and forth, and I said, and then he came back, he said, well, I'm going to offer you $7,500, which is like a third of what he owes me, a third of the deposit. And that was interesting because, sometimes when somebody's in a corner, he tries to throw as much thing as he can just to see what sticks, right? So he goes, well, I sent a crew to your house to check the sidings. I'm like, well, that's not true. I have cameras. And, I have the video here. I can tell you that one guy showed up, and he stayed 2 minutes at the house. I have the camera. I have the recording here. Then he goes, well, I did a lot of work on your windows. I'm like, well, again, that's not true. I did all the legwork. You asked me to send you what I did so you can check with your guy to see if you get a better price. So basically, he came back. He said, well, I'm going to give you back $7,500, but there was no basis for it. So I know you're not a court, right? So you can't force him to repay me. But I think that type of behavior is just unacceptable. It's just unacceptable. Like, this is clearly, if I knew the right price from the get-go, I don't think I would have signed that contract with him. So again, that's the bait and switch example. So I don't think it's acceptable. I don't think in our community we should have a contractor like that. That's why I'm asking if you can suspend his license. I know his license is up for renewal in May 2026, so I don't really know how that works, if you can suspend right away or wait and maybe not renew. But again, I just don't think that's an acceptable behavior, just bad practices. And just to finish up, I've seen some of the videos of that commission. Sometimes you give like a warning or a letter. Honestly, I don't think it's going to do anything. Like, if he does that once, he will likely do it again. So just putting a mark in his record is not going to change anything. He's still going to walk away with 20+ grand, just with a mark on his record. So anyway, thanks for the time, and that's all I had.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Have questions?
Well, you folks, please.
All right, if you can both state your names in relation to the corporation.
My name is Gary Beshoff, President. This is Joanne Beshoff, Vice President.
Okay, and please both raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth with the knowledge of penalties for perjury?
Yes.
Okay, please address the board.
Okay, that was a very interesting limited version of events. I'm not quite sure where to start, but I'll present the timeline. I would also like to state that this is our 40th year in business, and you can check our Nassau and Suffolk County records. We have clean records for 40 years. We don't do bait and switch, and we're very careful. The original contract, first, Mr. Lethrow contacted us in 2020. That's when he started talking to us. We don't do pressure sales. We have great referrals because we do beautiful work. He came back in
23.
Yeah, 23, and that's when we signed the contract. We do not have an architect. We never said it was our architect. We recommend architects. The money for the architect was never part of the contract. It's a separate part. We estimate what we think, based on our discussions with the homeowner, what the architect is going to charge. But you have to interview the architect yourself. Mr. Lethrow not only interviewed the architect, he emailed back and forth with the architect for, I think it was like a month and 10 days before he ever signed with that architect. He even said he was looking at other architects, maybe someone more local to Southampton. I do have those emails. When we signed the contract, the very first contract in 2023, we actually didn't even bill him the deposit that's due upon contract signing until he signed a contract with an architect. Because at that point, we're waiting to see, are you going to do the design? Maybe he's going to back out, because he was very cost conscious. So after, and I even waited, I think it was like another 10 days or something, I'm not sure, to bill him after he signed the contract. So I didn't even bill him right away after signing the architect's contract. Our contract, which I believe he provided part of, not the entire contract, includes design consulting. And it's in attachment 1, where it states that we work as the liaison with the homeowner and the architect. The reason why we do that is many times we'll get a set of plans where our client has a budget, they'll come to us and they'll find out it's going to cost double. So we work closely with architects to work on material, to work on design, to work on, you know, the best way and the most efficient way to do something. So that's why the very first deposit we earned working with the architect and working with Mr. Lethrow. And I know he thinks that he went and looked at windows, which changed many times, and he thinks we did absolutely no work on the windows or any of the other aspects of the project, but we spent a lot of time. We did do a lot of site visits. And when you're looking at windows, like the contract started with MI vinyl windows, which is not a very expensive window. That also was separated from the contract so he could see exactly what we were estimating. The way we work, we allow the client to pick the windows. When we get the invoice from the supplier, we give it to our client. We don't keep it a secret. We don't then mark it up. We give it to the client. They approve it, and they know exactly what our fees are on whatever product they pick. So that's how that went. He changed from MI to Marvin to Anderson. Each time he did that, Gary and Sean had to go through the plan, make sure we had the right egress sizes, make sure we had the right windows, everything that worked for that project. And the numbers don't translate from MI to Anderson to Marvin. That's not how you order windows. I don't know if I'm going too far in depth here, but, and I don't mean to, you know, be a little bit crazy, but we didn't do anything but tell him what things were costing. We told him he was increasing the budget. The original contract was for an extension on the right side?
On the right side with the second floor. And then we end up getting a new plan with a 500 square foot garage added onto that also.
To the left side. So now we're doing 2 foundations, 2 structures, and now we're changing the entire interior. Throughout my contract, and I go over this with my attorney all the time, I have so many disclaimers in here. And in multiple places, I say, please read attachment 1. If it's not there, we are not doing it. The estimated costs that are on the back where you had the attorney's fees and the windows, it says right on the bottom, this is estimated based on our discussions. It's going to be whatever it is you select. We don't hide anything. Gary told him to go look at the windows so he could touch them and feel them. The siding was D4 in the original contract. Mr. Lithrow claims that we did a bait and switch. Gary brought D4 samples. He even pointed out the house next to him and said, this is the siding. This is D4, because we knew he was cost conscious. They wanted board and batten. That cost more than the D4 siding. They picked another side, another certainteed. That was more. We gave them the price. All of this was done before they signed the amendment. There was an amendment because of all the changes, the addition to the left side. Original contract was signed in 2023. The new contract was signed in 2025. Do you expect to pay exactly the same amount of money for something from 2023 to 2025? I mean, seriously? We went over everything with him, but he still signed the amendment. We didn't force him. He had the amendment for over a month before he signed it. I have hundreds of emails with questions. We explained everything. We explained everything multiple times. We went into great detail. I have emails from our office manager, Jen, who went over the siding with his wife. I have emails from me explaining the contract. He even asked about the start date, and I explained in an email, the start date indicates the day we start design, not the date we start construction. It's plain and simple. As for the work orders, he complained that we asked for the energy audit, the manuals, JS and D up front. Our contract spells out our additional work order process. And the process is we take the money up front. Just like the down payment, it goes in a separate account. But once we've obligated ourselves to pay for something, we want to know that money is there. We don't want to have to ask you for that after the work is done. So that's why we do that. It's spelled out in here, black and white, just like it's supposed to be. So that's why, so he complained about that, and Gary said, okay, we'd been working with him for such a long time. Gary was like, fine, we'll just bill you for the half now. He also feels that we just call up some guy and say, okay, do the manuals JS and D. That's not the case. You had to have that done to get the plans approved to get a permit. You're also not getting a permit without the electrical, the plumbing, and HVAC. We had to get all of that, or you're not getting a permit. The architect explained that to him, and Jen explained that to him in emails. This had to be done. We did not go down and get a plumbing permit just because we felt like it. That's ridiculous. He expressed surprise that he had to pay for a plumber and an electrician. You don't have to be a tradesperson to know, gee, I'm going to take apart your entire house and not think that, gee, there's probably wires and plumbing in this wall. We said in our contract, in the attachment 1 and in other places, that we are not doing electric or plumbing. If it is required to be done for us to do our work, that's taking down the walls, removing plumbing fixtures, we were removing an entire kitchen, you need to have a plumber cap off and winterize whatever has to be done, and an electrician to turn off the power to the house. That's in there. We clearly state in several places, we are not doing this work. It's in the first contract and the second contract. And yet he claims we never told him. The asbestos, which I come to later find out, he was aware there was asbestos on the house. In several places in both contracts, it states if we are required to do asbestos testing or remediation, that there will be an additional charge according to an additional work order, as per paragraph 12 in here. So, I mean, I went over this with my attorney several times. Did I miss something? Did I misrepresent something? Because if I had, I'd hand him back all his money. We did not. We did a tremendous amount of work on this file. This is just some of it. And you know, honestly, I am tired, and I guess this is coming to a culmination of being beat up in an industry. I'm tired of people thinking it's okay to have us work for nothing, because it's not okay. We did a lot of work. I was very clear in the contract that that work started at the design phase. This went over years, and all of a sudden they're surprised, and we did a bait and switch. Absolutely not. And I am sorry, I'm getting very emotional here. You know, it's 40 years this year we're in business, my husband and I. And my son is poised to take over. We have worked from the Twin Forks. We actually went into Queens, but we won't work for New York City anymore. It's too complicated. And we're proud of our reputation. The work we get, you don't see big ads all over the place. We get it word of mouth and from the people we've done work for. Read our reviews, call all of our clients, because there is nothing anybody could say but good things about the work we do. And if they're not happy with the work, we return and make it right. And the men that work for us take a lot of pride in what they do. And I think, forget the money, it's our reputation right now that's at stake. You know, one of the things I say to people when they sit down and interview us is, we have no complaints. If you're interviewing contractors, check Consumer Affairs. Not the Better Business Bureau, you pay to belong to that. Check Consumer Affairs. And as far as him giving us time, he did not. And I can show you the dates, because the last text from Gary is, okay, we have to go over. He wanted to not to just, you know, get out of the contract. Our first concern with that is always our license and insurances with the town. If he has somebody else come in and do the work, insurance is a big issue for us. So Gary was like, all right, let me go to the town, see what we have to do. And then I had to go through years' worth of work and see, all right, if we're not going to refund the entire thing, you know, what portion? And I wanted to be fair. And I was putting together, as a matter of fact, I did put together a spreadsheet of what we were prepared to refund him. And Gary said to him, I'll get back to you next week. That was Friday. By Wednesday, I got a letter, a nasty letter from his attorney, demanding every penny back and accusing us of everything under the sun. And I'll tell you, I was first upset, then angry. And I'm still angry, and but it's not right. Our attorney responded the next day. And he said, you've been misinformed, he told his attorney, and I think you have copies of those letters. And he sent him the parts of the contract to counter what Mr. Lathro's claims are. And then his attorney came back again with a nasty letter, and both times giving me 7 days to refund all the money. And we made an offer. At that point, now I'm angry, So I offered less than I would have offered, and then I got the letter from you. And here we are.
Okay.
And I mean, if you need the dates, I can give them to you. I feel like I left some things out, but you do not have the whole contract, because we even, in our contract, added a whole section that I did for homeowners, because most homeowners don't know what to expect when they're doing a remodel project. And that's exactly what it's called, what to expect. And again, in there, at the very bottom, it says, if it's not in attachment 1, we are not doing it. Please read thoroughly. They initialed the bottom of every page. And they did not sign that amendment until they had pricing for the siding.
Okay.
How much work is left to be done? How much was,
We never started the work.
We didn't do any work.
We were
you
just
never started
getting-
any work?
No, we were just getting ready to order the windows.
Oh.
We have the building permit, we
Okay,
have everything.
so no work was done, all the building permits were issued, correct?
Building, yes, and then Mr. Lithrow informed us, yes, now my house is worth more.
So what are you asking of this board today? The movement has asked that your license be suspended. This board can suspend, revoke, issue a warning, or take no action. What are you asking?
No.
I want my license clean. We did nothing wrong. And I am more than happy to be fair and refund part of his money, but I do feel we need to be paid for the work we did do that he agreed to in the construction agreement.
Just to be clear, this board does not have jurisdiction over money. This is not a court. This board
Okay.
only has jurisdiction over your license. And this
I
board,
want a clean license.
let me finish. This board only will consider documents that you've submitted to it. So this is the time, this is the venue, there's no other opportunity. Submit anything, both sides, the movement and respondent, submit whatever you'd like to submit to this board. Ask them what you'd like them to do.
I hear you.
And then this board will render a decision.
Sean, what does he want to do? He wants to
He
revoke
stated on the
his license?
record, he wanted a suspension of their license.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody else on the board have any questions for either one of these two?
Have you calculated the amount of hours that you have, guys?
Oh,
Because I know there
have
is, admin time does cost money. So I'm just curious about the number of hours.
And that was just a partial accounting that I started when Mr. Lithrow first asked for a refund. I was going through to see what would be fair.
I'm just gonna
How
ask that
much
you
money
clock
is-
that copy in with the board secretary before you leave.
Okay.
How much money are you looking for?
Do you have a total hours on it?
Am I looking for money?
Yeah, based upon the time you spent.
Oh, no, that's not what we were
Oh,
looking for.
That's the time and whatnot to date.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't see this. 11 plus that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't, no, that's not what I was looking for, though. I
Yeah.
was putting that together,
Right.
okay, because we were supposed to talk to Mr. Lithrow, but then he hit us with his attorney's letter in like a couple of days. I was putting together how much time we invested.
Right, and that's what my question was, up to that
Right,
point.
so the first number there is the time,
And then the second number of the attorneys.
roughly,
and
I
fees.
didn't include everything, but
Okay.
I was like, all right, you know, I want to be realistic because they weren't doing their project.
So, I,
Originally, I was
No,
prepared
you
to
can't-
refund,
You have to speak on the microphone.
originally, I was prepared to refund $10,000. He had given us 10 on the original construction agreement, 10 on the amendment, and then 2,000 and change on the
energy.
manual JS&D, which is done. And we paid the company that did that. So I was looking to refund the 10, but I had been putting this together for them so they understand where I came up with my numbers.
what is the point of doing a contract for? You know, is there, we did contract, a second contract amendment. What are we doing it for if we're not going to get paid for what we've done? It
No one
doesn't
here
make
can
any sense that
answer
you
your
could
legal
just-
questions. This is a board, again, to review the status of your licensing. This is not an attorney for you. This is
Right.
not a place to answer your questions. The movement here has asked something of the board. I believe you've asked the board not take action, so keep your testimony within that scope, if you may.
Okay, I feel that we have represented everything well. His accusations don't hold water. I mean, if I state these things in the contract this many times and emailing, when I answered every question, and just by our actions, not billing him until he was happy with an architect, I feel like you can see, we were at no point, we're just looking to take his money. I mean, what is that to us?
So-
10,000 and bad?
So let me just, this is very stressful, obviously, for the both of you, for all parties, but I don't want to drag this out any longer. It's not necessary. So stress load, I can see. It is obvious that to me, anyway, I can't speak for my other board members, substantial misrepresentation of solicitation or false promise of character. I see nothing that warrants that. It's not within our purview to comment on civil cases or breach of contract issues. It sounds like I can't even comment on that. That's something separate from us. We're just here to review the license. I'm making a motion, take no action.
You make a motion, what?
Take no action.
No action.
Is there a second?
Anybody on second for that?
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Before you leave, the form that you gave the board, can I please have that copy?
Do you have that copy still? or did-
No,
was
she
that
has
returned?
it.
Okay,
She's going to get it.
very good.
Before you made that motion, Ed, before you made that motion, I was gonna ask, she has signed contracts with him, right? Okay, I didn't see the paperwork because we don't have it. Okay, that's good.
Okay, excuse me, can I ask a question?
Good motion.
What's the question?
Well, I'm just curious, what was that, the basis for the determination?
You'll receive a written determination of the board.
Okay.
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 Did you need any other copies of our stuff?
I think we have,
Hearing's closed.
Maylin, you have all the copies of everything, right?
They were sent copies, whatever was submitted was sent to them.
Okay.
Nothing further can be submitted. The board already voted.
Right, we already voted.
So, question as far as Suffolk County Consumer Affairs, it's your jurisdiction over them, right?
You say again?
Right?
Well,
The board's going to decline to answer that. It may be concurrent jurisdiction, but this board does have jurisdiction over your license. They had a hearing today over your license.
Okay,
And we're not taking any action, right?
Thank you.
That's what you voted on.
thank you. So if somebody goes on Southampton's website, does it show we have a complaint or?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
She's making your copies, so she'll be right back.
So we have to circle back to an entire,
Is that it, Ed?
we have a bunch of circle backs.
One more, yeah.
Done right.
Oh, and then we need to retrace our steps to those that didn't show today.
Who?
We have to retrace our steps to those that did not show
We're
today.
doing a second call.
Oh,
All right, and I don't see where we got much going on there. Okay, so this Cheryl Idavino
Done right.
versus Dunright Manufacturing Corp., Dunright Pools. Let's put them on for our next meeting, please. All right.
For adjournment, is there a second?
You're looking
Second.
for an oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll second it.
All in favor?
aye.
Okay.
Adjourned.
Want to remind the board on your second call on your alarm billing hearings, you can vote to have a tax levy on the folks that were not present if you'd like. On your license, home improvement contractor licenses, you are able to vote for suspension to the next date if you'd like. Those are remedies available to the board.
Suspension to the next, moving over to the next date.
Yes.
Okay, give me a second. Okay.
What is the date of the next meeting? Does anybody have that?
I do.
Monday, May 11th.
Monday, May 11th, okay. Very good. Okay, let's just go through this. Okay, on hearing number 1, okay, Mid-Ocean LLC, let them go through as listed. This was their second call, and you get 2 chances, you know.
So it's a vote to levy the tax bill.
Yeah.
Second?
All in favor?
Second it?
Aye.
All in favor, aye.
Okay.
So the board meeting is 11th, the 11th.
May 11th.
Got
Yeah.
it.
All right, we're circling back to,
Levy the fines. Okay, Blake McCoy, Architects. I make a motion that we levy the fines. This is their second shot, too. All in favor?
We need a second.
Well, you know what, I need a second on that. Who's my second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Petco, I believe this was Petco's first. This is Petco's second? Okay,
There were issues, right?
motion to levy the fines. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Ed and Walter, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, levy the fines. This is a heavy-duty one, this Gary Siegler. Is this the second time for him?
Everything to this point has gone to the tax levy.
No, but this is $4,000 right here.
Yep, that's what I'm saying, though, but before
Yeah,
that.
he was no show last time.
All right, do I have a motion?
This is the second time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say levy.
Walter and
Yeah, second.
Jason,
You gotta keep it.
all in favor?
Sending it to the tax levy.
Right, you're gonna fine him.
Yes.
Yeah, he gets his fine.
Okay, I'm
All in favor?
I'm in favor.
Okay,
You'll make money.
levy the
sometimes.
fines.
Somebody else vote?
All right?
Yeah, I just didn't get an articulated vote on the record there.
All in favor of sending it to the tax levy?
Aye.
Thanks.
All right. Laconic Realty, this is their first time, yes?
Yes. Looks like everything to this point has gone to the tax levy, so I see sending it this as well.
All right, so we'll put them on for May 11th.
Yep.
Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, so he'll get one more shot at this.
All right.
All right.
All right, Mara, we did. Buckley's in between. I believe this is their first time for Buckley. All right, May 11th is what I'd like to move it to.
I'll second
Do I have a
that.
second? Okay, it's Ed and Walter.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, May 11th it is. John Cohen, looking for his kid. Roses Grove, Road LLC. This is their first time, I believe. All right, and they've already paid a little
They
bit
paid
there.
one, yeah.
So, we'll bring that to May 11th. Do I have a second?
Second that?
Second, Walter, aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, May 11th for that one. All right. On the, we handled Clemens and Kane. All right, this Barbara,
Schler?
yeah. And design, I make a motion that we take no action. Do I have a second?
They were asked twice, right?
Yes.
Just want to, you said she was making a substantial effort to get here, I understand, but
No, that's the second one. So
Okay.
you're on the very first one.
I second that motion.
Voted to dismiss.
Right, so you already voted to take no action on that one.
Right.
You
Oh,
dismissed
yeah,
that
we did
petition.
that already.
Yes.
Yes.
We already did that, Ed.
All right.
Correct. You dismissed Anthony and Walter. You're now on Genoa Sosa. I don't
Gotcha.
know where she is. Do you want to postpone, adjourn till the May 11th meeting? One more attempt?
Ooh,
You want to
you
give it a
can-
third? You want to give it a third
Who?
shot?
who?
Sure. So,
Genoa, Sosa
I would
versus.
like to stay consistent, gentlemen, that's
Belfort.
all.
Yeah, I thought we said we're gonna give them one more time. Is this twice?
Okay, this is their second time.
This is
They
their
showed-
second-
they-
This is the
yeah.
second?
This is their second.
Dismiss it.
Motion dismissed.
So no action? Okay.
Right. no.
Well, she didn't show up, right.
Is there a
She
second
was
on
gonna
that?
come by bus, right?
Second that.
This, she was gonna try to come.
yeah, no, she said she was definitely coming. She was on the train. I don't know where she is.
All right.
Okay.
But
Vote?
not here
Vote.
and now, so.
Make a motion, we dismiss it.
Well, you already have a motion and a second on the floor. You need a vote.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
That's what I'm here for.
okay.
Just for the record, who motioned and who seconded?
You have Tony, motion, Jason, second, unanimous vote.
Good.
Well, I just shout stuff out.
Yeah, that was
I don't-
nice,
I don't
yeah.
track that.
Right, I'll get you. You're gonna force my time.
6-2, just so you know.
Eddie Moza Jose
One good one.
versus J. Alberto Perez, DBA JA Carpentry. This is, I believe, our first time dealing with them, so let's bring them to May 11th, please. I need a second on that.
I'll second that.
All right, that's Walter on the second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
Okay.
very good.
That's no action. And then this one we need.
We've already done the Idavino and Dunright, right? We pushed that to May 11th?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Do I have a motion to close the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you very much, everybody.